The wedding is in 1 month. The toy boy Serena keeps on the side just texted me a taunt. You have no idea how gentle Vance is in bed. She told me I'm the only man she loves. Wise up and call off the engagement, step aside. He even attached a stack of dirty photos. In every shot my fiancé looks indecently enticing. My assistant, standing behind me, asks respectfully, young master, shall we move against Vance? I give a cold laugh. Do you know why the ancients feared death by 1,000 cuts more than a swift beheading? I don't wait for an answer. They were terrified because the flesh is carved slice by slice. Only then do you feel the pain. The first time those texts landed, I smashed half the office. I couldn't believe it. For years Serena had purred like a kitten in front of me. Obedient, attentive, nothing short of worship. That was why I put a ring on her. That was why Vance has ballooned these past few years. Maybe I spoiled her so rotten she forgot who handed her the keys to the throne. I thought about confronting her, rip the rug out from under her. She dropped to her knees, mascara running, begging forgiveness. Too easy. Where's the fun in that? My assistant works fast. By nightfall Chase's life story sits on my desk. Serena met him and, within days, blew over $2 million on him. A $500,000 watch. A sports car north of $100,000. Not a fortune, but a hell of a greeting gift. The kid himself is interesting. After pocketing the cash he turned around and asked Serena for another $1 million. Most of it he funneled to someone else. Lily, campus beauty at Riverdale. Also Chase's childhood sweetheart. Looking at her photo, I see why. She outshines even Serena, the reigning socialite. And she's younger. Those clear eyes look too innocent for scandal. Lily grew up poor, raised by a mother now dying of cancer. The $800,000 Chase slipped her only paid for first-round treatment. The rest is still a mountain. Serena, naturally, isn't one to share. When she learned her money went to a fresher, prettier rival, she blew a fuse. She had Lily fired from her internship and spread the rumor that the girl keeps sugar daddies. Beautiful, proud Lily had never even dated. Guys she rejected were happy to retweet the lie. Within a week, the whole campus believed it. Her name was trashed. Chase, terrified of Serena, cut Lily off. No wonder he texted me. He wants the next safety net. I lift my eyes. Bring Lily to me. She's already hanging off a cliff. My enemy's enemy is automatic ally. Serena texts me for lunch. I accept. She sits across from me, makeup flawless, tenderness itself, patiently peeling shrimp. If the toy boy hadn't rushed things, this picture-perfect fiancé might have become my wife. I swirl the red wine and squint at her. Serena, do you love me? She chased me 3 straight years at college, handing me water after every game, leaving breakfast in my locker, staging chance meetings, staying up all night when I ran a fever. Back then it felt sweet. Now I see the choreography. She misses the mockery in my tone and beams. Lucian, of course I love you. You know I can't live without you. She lifts a peeled shrimp to my lips, blushing like a bride. I remember the night we got engaged, her curled against me swearing, you're my whole life. Oscar-level acting. And in exchange the sterling coffers opened. Vance shot from garage startup to $2 billion empire in 3 years. Now her, I love you is pure stand-up. My phone vibrates. Chase again. Lucian, I know Serena's having lunch with you, but she'll always love only me. Watch, one call and she leaves. He has no clue who he's poking. He thinks the Sterlings are equals of the Vances. That Riverdale's real dynasties make magazine covers. He's juggling torches in a fireworks factory. I ignore him. Seconds later Serena's phone rings. Caller ID, Chase. She glances at me. I nod. He babbles about an emergency board meeting. She hangs up. Apology already forming. I smile. Go on. Don't keep them waiting. She kisses my cheek, swearing to make it up, stealing glances as she leaves. The moment she's gone I scrub the spot with a sanitizer wipe. Once. Twice. Disgusted. I finish my meal at leisure. I'm rinsing my mouth when a new message lands. An address and a clip. Hotel next door. Suite 1808. In the video Serena is on the bed. Clothes and Louboutins strewn across the floor. Eyes glazed. Chase grins at the lens and whispers. Who do you love? Baby, me or that ice-cold fiancé? Eyes shut. She moans. You. Only you. Looking at his cold face makes me sick. I stop the clip. I've heard enough. Oddly, I'm not furious. Maybe because I already mentally dumped her. Maybe rage has a thermostat and mine clicked off at absolute 0. Chase wants me to storm in, call off the wedding, roll out the red carpet for him. I don't do public brawls. I dial my assistant, stare at the skyline. 500 million. Let Vance know I'm unhappy. Yes, young master. First cut inflicted. When Vance screams, Chase will bleed, slice by slice. Lily is waiting at Azure Villa, the assistant adds. Azure is one of my properties, empty except for weekly cleaning. When I walk in. Lily's hair is tangled, blouse torn. She's curled on the sofa, trembling, eyes wide with terror. I glare at the assistant. We found Lily cornered by street thugs. A minute later, he swallows. It would have been ugly. I waved my hand, and the assistant withdrew with a respectful bow. Looks like I'd underestimated Serena. She was set on destroying Lily completely. Ruthless, just as I remembered. I dragged a chair over and sat down right in front of her, taking my time to study her. Beautiful, stunning, actually, the kind of face that topples empires, especially those big, liquid eyes, like they had their own language. My unblinking stare made her flustered. She lowered her head without thinking. Two bright spots of color flared on her cheeks. After a long silence, she calmed down. Finally, she whispered, "Thank you for sending someone to save me." I watched her with amused interest. A thank you that's only words is worthless. She twisted the hem of her shirt between her fingers. Then, how should I thank you? I pinched her chin and lifted her delicate face so she had to meet my eyes, enunciating every word. "Be my woman." Lily's eyes went wide, disbelief written all over her face. "Your mother needs treatment immediately. No more delays. I've already moved her to Riverdale's best private hospital, and you don't have to worry about the bills." Lily's breath hitched. A storm of emotions flickered across her eyes. I went on, "You know as well as I do that those bills are astronomical for you. The hospital's 5 minutes from this villa. You can visit her anytime." I let go of her smooth chin, pulled out a key and a bank card, and laid them on the table. "If you say yes, Azure Villa is yours. There's 500,000 on the card. Spend it as you need, and I guarantee no one will dare lay a finger on you again." Lily didn't take them. It was as if a light bulb had gone off. She stared at me hard. "You're the one who spread those rumors at school. Had me bullied, then played hero so I'd surrender, aren't you?" I froze. "Right. Riverdale's reigning campus beauty. Straight A saint. Of course she had a brain." I tossed a stack of photos onto her lap. Every shot showed Chase and Serena glued together. Intimacy on full display. Lily flipped through them, her face drained of color. In seconds she understood the whole game. I spoke flatly. "The woman in those pictures is my fiancée." Lily jerked her head up, shock swimming in her eyes. I said nothing more. I waited for her decision. She didn't keep me waiting long. At last she bit her lip and took the key and the card. I wasn't surprised. She'd run out of road the moment she stepped into this room. I pulled her into my arms. Lily gasped, body tensing, gaze darting everywhere except my face. I held her still and warned in an icy voice, "Betray me and I'll take back everything I gave, double." This time she didn't dodge. She met my stare head on and answered, voice steady, "Deal." A 500 million loss had gutted Vance. Serena finally panicked. She blew up my phone. I let every call rot. She showed up at my door twice and was turned away both times. Texts kept flooding in. "Lucian, what's wrong? Did I do something? I haven't seen you in days. I miss you so much. Are you mad because I haven't been around? It's all my fault. I know. I'm sorry." Only when the Vance patriarch came in person to apologize did I agree to see her. She was on her knees outside when I opened the door. Lily soft and pliant in one arm, a glass of red in my free hand. Lily parted her lips. "I paid Chase back that 80 grand. I looked down at her rose-colored mouth and finally gave in, kissing her hard. Her response was clumsy, inexperienced. I pulled back a fraction, surprised. "First kiss?" Lily flushed and nodded a tiny I took a slow sip of wine and kissed her again, deeper this time, until she was breathless and lightheaded. Only then did I set her down and carry my glass to the entrance. Serena lunged forward and clutched my pant leg the instant she saw me. "Lucian, I know I've been distant. Don't be angry, okay?" I appended the wine over her head. Scarlet streamed through her hair, down her face, onto the marble. She looked like she'd swallowed glass, but didn't dare move. Still lying. Serena, I'd spoiled her so thoroughly she'd forgotten who put the crown on her head. I stared down at her, voice climbing despite myself. "Who the hell do you think you are? You know exactly what you did behind my back." I looked at the woman who once swore she'd love me forever. Disappointment naked in my eyes. Serena's face crumpled, but she whimpered through her tears, stubborn to the end. "Lucian, I'm sorry. It must be the time I spent with my assistant. You're jealous, right? I was wrong. I lost boundaries. He's young. I was only being kind. You've heard gossip, haven't you? I'll fire him the second I get back. You know I love you. I've never cheated. Please believe me." Patience gone. I hurled a thick folder in her face, still spinning tales. "Serena, see for yourself. Every dirty page is your handiwork." She knelt, shuffling through the scattered printouts, and went statue still. They were screenshots of every filthy text Chase had sent her, raw, obscene, impossible to misread. Interspersed were grainy stills stills from the videos they'd shot together. Evidence ironclad. No wiggle room. This is your idea of love. You make me sick. Serena's complexion turned corpse white, trembling so hard her teeth chattered. She grabbed for me again. Lucian, I know I messed up. I'll cut Chase off right now. Please don't leave me. Before she finished, Chase barreled in with 2 bodyguards. Seeing Serena on her knees, he yanked her up. Serena, you told me I was the one you loved. Why are you begging him? You're the CEO of Vance. What are you afraid of? Lucian's nobody. Call off the wedding and marry me. I swear I'll treat you like a queen. The slap rang out before he could finish, 5 sharp cracks in rapid fire. Chase stood blinking, cheeks flaming, utterly lost. Serena shook with rage, chest heaving. I smirked. The kid was clueless. In our world, mistresses climb thrones every day, but rarely is the puppet this stupid. Shut your mouth. You're nothing, just a toy I played with when I was bored. You dare compare yourself to Lucian? Chase, are you suicidal? Provoking him? You'll get me killed. Murder flashed in Serena's eyes. Listen up, Chase, if my wedding to Lucian is cancelled, I'll bury you with it. She flicked her wrist in disgust. The guard seized Chase and hauled him out while he gaped like a fish. Serena's voice dropped to sub-zero. Lock him up. I'll deal with him later. Color drained from Chase's face. He knew too well what later meant. I chuckled under my breath. Serena pivoted back to me. Instant switch to fragile and dewy-eyed. Lucian, I know you still love me. Give me one more chance. I'll make this right. I swear. Don't stay mad. After we're married, I'll never stray again. You know I can't live without you. I folded my arms. Non-committal. With acting chops like hers, she should be in Hollywood. The game wasn't over yet, and I'd make sure the stakes stayed interesting. My tone softened deliberately. Serena, you know I'm obsessive about loyalty. I can't stomach betrayal from the woman I love. I won't cool off overnight. Figure out how to convince me. Figure it out meant, satisfy me, or else. Serena's gaze sliced sharp, the damsel mask sliding off like water. She promised again and again that she would give me a satisfactory answer. Only then did she stand up and leave. The moment she was gone, I called my assistant. Keep the 500 million moving. The second cut, when I saw Chase again, the cocky bravado he'd worn while taunting me had vanished. It never takes a kid long to behave once he's felt pain. In just a few days, Serena had reduced him to something barely human. Bruises everywhere. Skin split open wherever it was exposed. Now he was docile. The instant he spotted Serena and me, he scurried over. Dropped to his knees with a thud. Chase shook from head to toe. Docile as a quail. His head stayed bowed. He didn't dare look up. He began banging his forehead on the floor. Thud. 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 Sterling. Vance. I really know I was wrong. I'll never dare again. Please. Please let me go. He sobbed. Tears and blood from his forehead spattering the marble. Vance, I only did it because I love you too much. I'll never dare again. Serena's face went livid. She glanced at me, finding no reaction. Her own expression turned black. Her eyes were nothing but shadow. Then, steeling herself, she drove her stiletto heel onto Chase's hand and ground back and forth. With all her weight, Chase squealed like a stuck pig. The bones in his hand twisted. A pulpy mess. The look Serena gave him held none of the tenderness she once pretended, only cold spite. Chase, you brought this on yourself. You were just a toy I picked up for a night, and you thought you could climb into my life. Idiot. Her voice was like splinters of ice. Hear me, if Lucian doesn't forgive me, you'll spend the rest of your days in hell. Each word stabbed him like a blade. Chase lay on the floor, twitching uncontrollably. These past few days Serena had taught him what reality is, what the rules of the game really are. He'd naively believed that sharing her bed would raise him overnight. He never understood that in our circle prophet is the only god anyone worships. When he saw I wouldn't even waste an extra glance on him, that I was about to leave, panic swallowed him whole. He knew whether Serena released him depended on me. He scrambled over, reached for my trouser cuff, then jerked his filthy hand back, kowtowing and wailing, Sterling, I'm scum. I seduced Vance. Don't blame her. I overestimated myself. She's innocent. She truly loves you. I beg you, give me one more chance. I don't want to die. Watching Chase grovel like a whipped cur, I barely recognized the swaggering punk who'd sneered at me a week ago. I smiled, slow and deliberate. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Whatever Vance chooses to do with you is her business, not mine. Serena frowned, kicked him aside. Chase, you'd better stay obedient. I'm marrying Lucian, only Lucian. Behave yourself and I'll keep your family safe. If Lucian forgives me, I'll stop punishing you. The mention of his family broke him. He collapsed, eyes hollow with helpless despair. Ms. Vance, don't worry. I'll behave. My family has nothing to do with this. Do whatever you want to me. I was quietly surprised. I'd underestimated how ruthless Serena could be. She looked at me like a puppy begging approval. Lucian, you're the only one I love. I lost my head for a moment with this piece of trash. Don't be angry. Starting now. My heart is yours alone. Chase lay motionless, dazed, his spirit gone. I'd seen enough. There was no reason to stay. My birthday was 2 days away. As the treasured youngest son of the old money Sterling family, I expected nothing less than a spectacle. My assistant bowed slightly. Young master, shall Vance be your date again this year? Change it to Lily. Have her gown here by tomorrow. He hesitated. Young master, are you certain? At the moment Lily was only my kept songbird, but escorting her to the gala in public would announce Serena's fall from grace. Vance had already hemorrhaged $1 billion and was teetering. Once the other clans scented weakness, they would swarm. It would also shove Lily into the spotlight. She came from nothing. One misstep would shame the Sterlings. I held the assistant's gaze and said evenly, do I look like I'm joking? He bowed and withdrew. The birthday gala was the grandest of the season. Every patrician house in Riverdale sent representatives. Before we descended the staircase, I carefully adjusted Lily's haute couture gown. Besides a face that outshone Serena's, she had a figure even more spectacular. The girl had hidden assets. I brushed a gentle kiss across her lips and murmured, you're breathtaking tonight. She answered with a blossom-bright smile, starlight in her eyes. After half a month of my patient coaching, she had shed the last trace of girlish awkwardness, carrying herself with the poise of any born heiress. A shy flush tinted her cheeks, but she returned my kiss. When I led Lily down the marble stairs, her otherworldly beauty froze the entire hall. For a heartbeat no one breathed. Even my parents stared. Lily's fingers trembled on my arm, yet she stood tall, smile perfectly in place. Then a shrill voice slashed the silence. How dare you, you cheap slut! Grabbing my fiancé? Serena, momentarily stunned, shrieked, eyes blazing murder. Lily flinched a step backward. I squeezed her hand, signaling calm, my own face black with rage. Serena, have I been too generous? She came to her senses, terror replacing fury, and clutched at me. Lucian, I only care too much. She's gutter trash, a gold digger batting her lashes at every man. I was afraid she'd trick you. You're still angry. You brought her to spite me, right? Lily's nails dug into my wrist. Her face had gone white. Fury boiled in me. I swung. The slap cracked across Serena's perfect cheek, spinning her sideways. Gasps rippled through the ballroom. Tears flooded her eyes. Why? You know I love you most. I'm your fiancé. She's a country nobody. She can't stand beside you. I flicked my fingers. Bodyguards dragged her back. Serena panicked, dropped to her knees. Lucian, we're getting married soon. You can't do this to me. When I stayed silent, she sobbed louder. Lucian, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, just this once. Forgive me. I looked at the clown she'd become and felt nothing. Too little, too late. But the party had to continue. I nodded to my assistant. He announced, voice ringing, young Lucian severs the engagement with Serena and terminates all cooperation with Vance. The hall erupted. I had briefed my parents beforehand. My father stepped forward to cement the verdict. Lucian's decision is the decision of the entire Sterling family. Serena wailed, collapsing in despair. No, this can't be real. Lucian, you can't do this to me. I let go of Lily's arm, walked over to Serena, crouched, and spoke softly. There's still a way out of this. Once I stopped being angry, a strange spark flared in Serena's ashen eyes. The moment she came back to herself, she stumbled and ran. That was the third cut. With Serena gone, the birthday gala sailed on without a ripple. Lily never missed a beat, poised, gracious, flawless. In our world only one thing is real, the bottom line. The little spectacle earlier, just warm-up entertainment. 1 week later, I'm stretched out in front of Azure Villa, Lily in my arms, soaking up the sun. Chase lurches onto the lawn. Before he can get within 10 feet, bodyguards slam him face down on the flagstones. When he spots Lily, his eyes bulge like he's seen a ghost. He thrashes and bellows. Lily, how can you be with him? Lily's body snaps rigid at the sound of his voice. She shrinks instinctively into my chest. I tighten my hold and stare down at the squirming Chase, disgust icing my veins. His face is a map of fury and wounded pride. Lily, you can't stay with him. He's the devil himself. This time Lily doesn't flinch. She steps out of my arms and stands tall, looking straight at him. She answers, calm and steely, no, to me he's the best man alive, my savior. He paid for my mother's surgery and hauled me back from the edge. If it weren't for Lucian, Serena would have literally worked me to death. I owe him a debt I can never repay. Chase shakes his head, tears streaming. It's all a trap. He targeted you because you're innocent and easy to fool. Lily gives a cold laugh. Chase, were you even aware of what Serena did to me? She got me fired, spread filthy rumors around campus, sent a pack of animals to gang rape me. If Lucian hadn't stepped in, I wouldn't be breathing right now. And every bit of it traces back to you. Color drains and floods Chase's face in waves as her words slice home. He opens his mouth, but no excuse comes. Lily, I was wrong. I swear I didn't mean to hurt you. Suddenly he breaks down, sobbing. Be with anyone but Lucian. The plea comes out choked, shredded. I almost laugh out loud. One man can always spot another's ache. Chase is plainly, hopelessly in love with her. Bruised ego. Much. A flicker of pity crosses Lily's eyes. Yet her voice stays sure. Who I love is my choice. At first I clung to him because I had nowhere else to turn. Because I was grateful. But I'm already falling for him, hard. Chase knows once Lily decides, the verdict is carved in stone. Since he can't move her, he swivels the attack to me. Lucian, you lying bastard. You seduced Lily and then went after my family. He's lost all grip. Face crimson, voice cracking. You promised you'd leave them out of this. Why did you burn them alive? I watched the tantrum the way you watch a rabid dog. I tug Lily down onto my lap. Unhurried. Chase, you really are a mad dog. Without my help you'd still be Serena's chew toy. Breathing. Seeing Lily, every heartbeat you have left is my charity. Use your brain. If I'd done it, would I let you stand here barking this long? You were never worth the effort. I'm sorry about your family, truly. The news said it was an accident. Chase howls, spit flying. Accident. You expect me to buy that? Faulty wiring? How convenient. And the whole family. Not one survivor. Just dumb luck? Punish me. Fine. But why massacre them? I'll haunt you bastards from the grave. I regard him without a flicker of pity. First mistake, tangle with Serena. Second mistake, challenge me in public. Plenty of couples in Riverdale trade partners after marriage, but he chose to humiliate me. Suicide by ego. Still, I did underestimate how savage Serena could be. I've wasted enough words. Chase, you've warmed Serena's bed long enough to know how her mind works. You're here because some pathetic hope tells you she might still spare you, and you already sense how this movie ends, right? Serena's lost her mind, and you lit the fuse. Imagine the send-off she'll prepare. I signal the guards. They release him. He glares poison at me, eyes blood red, then staggers away. I send my assistant to tail him. That night the assistant reports back. This time Chase shows restraint. No reckless barge into Vance headquarters. Instead, he crouches between the parked cars for hours until Serena finally appears. Serena, you swore you'd leave my family alone if I obeyed. Why? He screams. Why butcher them? Serena startles. But once she sees he's pieced it all together, she doesn't bother lying. She snaps her fingers. The new assistant pins him to the asphalt, already bruised and limp. Chase quits resisting after a token jerk. Serena towers over him, stiletto grinding his cheek. Chase. Yes, I burned them. My condolences. But you asked for the bill the moment you challenged Lucian. Do you even grasp what you cost me? A sick flush colors her face. Her voice spikes to a shriek. Everything, my entire empire is collapsing, and you're the bastard who lit the match. If I'm going down, you can bet I'm dragging you with me. She twists her heel, drilling pain into his skull. For old time's sake, I'll reunite you with your folks. Pick your exit. Quick, clean, whatever, just quit whining while I'm still feeling generous. Hearing Serena confess pushes Chase past the breaking point. A single savage idea detonates in his brain. She dies with him. Rage pumps superhuman strength into his limbs. He explodes upward, shakes off the assistant, and whips out a pocket knife. Lightning fast, he drives the blade into Serena. Again. By the time the assistant yanks him away, Serena's torso is a fountain. A dozen holes pulsing crimson. She convulses, heels drumming the concrete, then lies still. The alarmed assistant bolts for a phone. No one notices the tiny smirk that flickers across his lips. Ha! Rot in hell, bitch. You threw yourself at me, then hung the blame around my neck. If I die, you're coming along. Laughing like a maniac, Chase drags the knife across his own throat before sirens flood the garage. When my assistant finishes the account, my face stays blank, as if I've heard a random headline. Only my eyes, dark as midnight, betray that somewhere inside the gears are still turning.